So just a quick pre-lab update for you guys and Chem 1 gals, guys and gals in Chem 150. Um, you do have to fill out a special waiver to come on campus. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this or not, but so if you log in, you can do it all online. If you log in to my DTCC, this is sort of your welcome page. Of course, mine will look a little different than yours. I'm a faculty member, but it should be pretty much the same. Once you come here, you're going to click on Student Information System. Oh, things are running a little slow. Kids are all on Zoom. It's Friday though. Woohoo! All right, so there we go. Now down here, I believe you have student records, student forms. You probably do not have student advising, so don't worry about the student advising part. But you're going to scroll down under student forms, and you can see you have a clinical COVID waiver, declaration of residency, drop withdrawal, first passing, general off campus. That's not us. We are on campus. Let me move this down a little bit. There you go. You can see on-campus COVID waiver. So you're going to need to click that. And assumption of the risk acknowledgement liability waiver. You can read through that if you want. At the end of the day, it should autofill it. So notice it autofilled with my student ID number, name, and now I can select my campus. So I'm going to go Dover, and of course fall 2020. And then down in the corner, you'll see the button next. So you can hit next. And boom, just fill that waiver out. It goes right to the dean's office. If you haven't done this yet, you need to make sure this is done before you come on Friday. All right, so next Thursday rather. So you need to make sure you have it done. I would try to get it done by, say, Wednesday, just to make sure it's all said and done and you don't have to worry about it. Also for Chem 150, don't forget you will also need, whoops, not resources, courses. You also need to go on. And again, you can bring this as a hard copy with you if you want. Or you can bring it, you can email a copy to me if you want, but you need to go into our course under content, and then course content materials all the way back to week 1 under laboratory. You have the safety training statement and the safety manual. I need you to fill out that statement. The statement is actually at the back of the training manual, so we just isolated it to make life a little easier for everybody. And so what you need to do is just read through this, sign off on it. I don't really need to know the section number. That's not a big deal. What I need is your name, your signature, and the date. Now, you're signing this off saying you've had some informal training on safety. This semester with COVID, I don't want to spend our time in the lab going over safety or watching a video or any of the silly stuff that we might do during a normal semester. I don't mind doing that the first week of classes when people are still getting kind of acclimated to the campus and trying to figure their way out. We have people adding and dropping and switching around in the classes and all that. So I don't mind losing that first week of lab. But for us, we only have 5 labs together. So I want to get in, I want to maximize our lab time and then get out to keep us all safe. At the same time, you get to experience the lab. So for your safety training, I'm going to pretty much presume that you have looked over the safety manual. And you don't have to read the whole thing, but if you go through just the beginning general requirements, and then you go through the student safety requirements, fire safety, electrical safety, and then some chemical hazards here. Pretty much that's about it. Go through the chemical spills. After that, it should go into like storage. I don't care about any of the storage stuff. Okay, we won't be storing anything. So once you get through to that page where it starts talking about that kind of stuff, you're done. You don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, so we're not going to store anything. Everything we do, we're going to get done on our Thursday within what's supposed to be allotted for 3 hours. Honestly, I don't believe we'll be there for 3 hours. I expect to be 1.5 to 2 hours maximum. Again, typically our policies are that we do not use cell phones in the lab, at least not as part of the lab. That's been changing over time. This semester, it's going to change completely. Hopefully, if you have a phone, I suggest you bring it. Hopefully, it's got a camera. You can use that camera to snap pictures, video things in the lab that are pertaining to the lab. I don't really want you taking the time to document anything on paper or writing anything out. So like your procedure, things like that. You still want to bring that stuff so you have notes. You can take notes while you're doing the lab. But at the same time, don't worry about writing any kind of formal report there in the lab. Now, I've already posted week 3 is open now. In there is the synthesis for aspirin. So you can read through this. You can see how we're going to go about it, give you some background information, how you're going to set some things up, that kind of stuff. All right, so it's going to give you all that information. For the actual report of it, I'm going to be asking you to write a paper. It doesn't have to be long, 1 to 2 pages, just detailing what you did, how the reaction went, and definitely once you calculate in your percent yield. When you look at the week's lessons, you'll notice that in there we have how to calculate percent yield, how to do stoichiometry. You're going to be taking all of that stuff and applying it to the synthetic lab. So at the end of the day, I'm going to want to know your percent yield. And so again, if you're snapping pictures of different things, that you can work those into your report as well. You can submit it as a Word document. And so if you have questions about the details of that, make sure you ask me Thursday. I'll cover some of that stuff again Thursday, just to make sure you know what it is you're going to need to write down, what you're going to need to have down, what you're going to want to video. And so that way when you go to write up the report, you'll have those details once you're out of the lab. All right, so hopefully you have a great weekend. Hopefully you get some of this stuff done and knocked out. Hopefully your other classes are going well. And so, yeah, I'll see you Thursday. Don't forget to check out what you have to do when you come on campus. Don't forget your student ID. So when you come up on campus and you go to security to check in and answer your questions, make sure you have your student ID on you. They are requiring that to come on campus. Plus, to unlock doors and move around at all on campus, you're going to want your student ID. So that should cover all the updates I need to give you for lab this week. Looking forward to it. I'm excited to get on campus and actually do some chemistry. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.